Hey everyone, Thornton here, and today we're going to be talking about Helldivers 2, and more specifically, can these servers keep up with the demand of the players? Now, they recently did an update which allowed a lot more players to get in, and they're doing things like kicking AFK players, but along with that, the developer and the CEO have said it might not be a problem that can actually be fixable. So we're going to go over what you guys need to know and what the future of the game is with these issues, but without further ado, let's jump into today's topic. So to actually tell the story of Helldivers 2 right now, we actually need to go back to where the saga begins, and that's around the anticipation of the release of the game. It may not have had the fanfare of a AAA title, but there were still a lot of people pretty excited, and then players seem to be flocking to the experience of the interstellar warfare. However, even with that, they were met with an unexpected obstacle, at least one that most gamers aren't ready when they download a new game, and that is server congestion. Now, the initial server cap was around 250,000, and that just was not anywhere near enough, and it led to frustratingly long wait times and a lot of disgruntled players. Now, to be fair, Arrowhead has been pretty responsive with this, where they implemented patches aimed at increasing server capacity. With patch 1.00.12, they actually raised that cap to 700,000, which is absolutely fantastic, and this does help alleviate some of the strain. However, Arrowhead CEO Pilstead did temper expectations, saying the wait times may continue to persist, although it's going to be a little bit better right now. There were also issues where this got so bad that players were not logging out of the game when they were done, just so that they would not lose their spot, which led to more congestion, which led to more players not being able to get in. Now, once again, they actually fixed that in another patch, 1.00.11, which now has an AFK kick timer. I feel like that kind of should have just been put into the game initially anyways, but it's good that they actually did that, and now after 15 minutes, you'll be kicked. So if you've been wondering, why am I getting kicked? All I did was go get some McDonald's. Well, maybe you shouldn't have gotten the McDonald's and let someone else get into the game. And you might be wondering, why is Helldivers dealing with so many problems? And Arrowhead CEO actually gave us some pretty good insight, because there is one huge challenge that this game is going to continue to have and face over and over again, and that's the fact that it does utilize a pretty much dead game engine. Helldivers 2 was built on Autodesk's Stingray engine, which was discontinued back in 2018 when this game was still in development. Now, obviously, they continue to develop on it, and that's fantastic because the game overall is really fun. The one downside is they've got to try to navigate the complexities of maintaining and optimizing an engine that lacks any ongoing support. If you are a fan of any of my other channels, you might realize this is kind of an issue with Apex Legends, where it uses the Source 2 engine that's been heavily modified from the Titanfall version, and while it's not completely discontinued in the same way that Stingray's is, it is such a garbled mess of an engine, and 90% of the development team that worked on the Source 2 engine modified for Titanfall are no longer there. So the new development team comes in and it creates a huge issue, which I do worry about the Helldivers 2 team. As they hire on new devs in the near future, which they will inevitably have to do if the game continues to be successful, those devs are not going to be as adept at working with an engine that simply isn't in use anymore, as they probably don't have any experience with it. Johan Pilsen's transparency regarding the engine's limitations has actually at least been refreshing. In a candid Twitter exchange, he actually advised potential buyers to exercise patience, acknowledging the game's current constraints and emphasizing the importance of a seamless gaming experience over immediate sales. I want to be very clear here, you do not see this with AAA studios. You don't even really see this with indie studios that much, and this game needs a round of applause. To have a CEO say, don't give us your money yet, wait until we kind of get everything sorted out, is just like, I don't even have words. It's just fantastic to hear. And you know what? Despite all the adversity, Arrowhead is continuing to exhibit resilience and adaptability. They're putting out those patches to fix these issues. They're fixing the AFK timer. They're adding more server capacity. And if you look ahead, it seems like they're going to continue to pursue excellence while being very transparent with the community. I'm going to be honest, if EA CEO came out and told me don't buy my game, I might actually consider giving EA another chance, but that's never going to happen, so I mean there's no point in even bringing it up. Overall, I think Helldivers has an incredibly bright future, and the server issues are something they are tackling right now. We can expect future updates and fixes for. My main concern about the future of the game really does lie with its engine and the hiring of new devs. You're going to have to hire more devs. That's an inevitability. So finding those devs that have experience with this kind of engine, or at least that can learn very quickly on the fly before you lose your current developers, which as the video game industry works, fly around and go to new jobs all the time, is going to be absolutely key. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below. Are you enjoying Helldivers 2? Do you think that the server issues will be a long-term issue, or do you think that they will eventually calm down? Also, if you guys are looking for more news and information on other video games like Power Worlds, Halo Infinite, the finals, anything really, you guys can check out these videos right here where I cover everything about them. And until next time, thank you for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next video.